Well, that was an interesting little intro there. Hello, Mellows, welcome back to the channel, and today we're checking out another Incredibox mod. This time we're checking out Yubin Nikku 2. Now, I know quite a couple of y'all have been asking me to play the second one ever since I played the first one, which the first one I wasn't really too much of a fan of, but a lot of people were saying that the second one sounds a lot better. And so, we are finally touching upon the second one, and I think there's a third one after this, which we might get to at some other point. For now, though, we're just gonna stick with the second one, and it looks like we have quite a few little icons to work with down here, so let's see what we got to work with. We're gonna go ahead and start off with the first beat here and see how it sounds. Ooh. Okay. That's a nice sounding little beat. It's already sounding a lot better than the first one. Let's go ahead and move on to the second beat now. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, I like the sound of this one. The animation looks pretty interesting too. Ooh, I like that actually. Holy crap. Let's go ahead and move on to the third one next. Ooh. Ooh, okay. That one sounds interesting. I'm already liking this a lot more than the first one. Oh, I like that. That sounds nice. Let's move on ahead to the fourth beat. Oh. Not the beat I was expecting, but okay. Interesting. There's no animation on this one for some reason, but whatever. And move down to the final beat. Ooh. Ooh, okay. This sounds pretty nice. I like this. I like how we've only gone through the beats so far in this mod, and I'm already starting to enjoy it a lot more than the first one, because the first one, the problem I had with that was that, yeah, it had like the creepy factor in and stuff like that, especially with all the lore of like the characters and stuff. By the way, there's lore in this one too. We'll get to that in a minute though. But while I had like the little like creepy lore and stuff like that, it didn't actually sound exactly all that great to me. So I'm hoping that this one does it differently. Anyways, let's go ahead and put all the beats together and then we'll read up on the lore. Alright, we'll put this one in. Ooh. Okay. Interesting so far. Just going to put this one in. Pretty sick. Alright, let's get this one in. Ooh. Ooh, okay. I'm feeling this. It doesn't exactly like sound creepy or scary or whatever, but I'm loving the beat. Alright, let's get this last one in. Let's see how it sounds. Now, like I said before, there is some lore to read up upon, so let's go ahead and read some of this. Zach Yatalo, 16, death none. Zach, I have one question for you, my dear friend. Why are you here? You have an eye infection after all. It's creeping the other students out, including me. I want to know why. Perhaps your mother forced you like so many other times? Craig Sater, age 32, death by blood loss. I wonder why this happened in the first place. One moment I knew him as the janitor from school, the next moment I knew him as my best advisor. He's somehow been able to pick up on everything about me already. Everything I am, everything I truly am, everything that isn't what this flesh automaton holds. I wonder to myself, how has he done this? I have zero answers for you at the moment. Corwin Tanasi, I think that's how you say it, age 25, death none, question mark. I was walking around my bedroom when I heard strange moaning from the basement. I don't remember putting anything or anyone down there, so I quickly investigated. I found a man tied up, his skin boiling like ants would pop out at any moment. Somehow I knew everything about him. His name, his age, his occupation, everything. It was like we were connected in some strange way, but he suddenly vanished into thin air before I could even reach a hand out. I must have been hallucinating, but it felt so real. Sadie Stauber, age 18, death by, well, oofing themselves. The last time I saw her, she was incredibly depressed. It's been building up for a while now. I wonder why that is, but now she's not attending school anymore. I suppose she must have done it, due to the unthinkable, I presume. Name is unknown, age is unknown, and death by blood loss. I was walking around the fields the other day when I began to believe a man was nailed to a cross in the middle of the field. Not tied, nailed. You can tell he also enjoyed it too, enjoyed the feeling of blasphemous mockeries. With my camera, I was somehow able to capture a picture, but I know for certain it wasn't just a hallucination, right? Well, can't say I exactly understand the lore, but so far it's sounding pretty interesting, I guess. By the way, before we go on and move on to the effects, I forgot to show the credits of the people who worked on this. Shout out to everybody right here. And now we'll move on to the effects. Let's start off with the first one here. Whoa. Okay, I was not expecting that sound. Woohoo. That is interesting sounding. Let's move on to the second effect. Ooh. Interesting sound. The sprite is quite interesting too. Let's go on over to the third effect. That's an interesting sound. He has like a metal plate over his mouth, I think. I don't know what that is over his mouth, but it sounds cool. Ooh, okay, I like that last part. Let's move on over to the next one. Whoa! Okay, goddamn. This is an interesting one. Goodness, okay. That one's probably gonna sound a lot more better if we add more effects to it or something, or sounds to it, I mean. And we'll move on to the last one. Oh, you're pleasant looking. Okay, this one's like an ambience one. Alright, that's enough out of you. Alright, now we're gonna put all of them together, of course. So far, let's go ahead and get this next one in. Alright, this sounds pretty good so far, actually. Let's get this next one in. I wonder how this is going to sound with the others. This sounds pretty interesting, actually. I don't know how I feel about the fourth one, though. Kind of mixed on that one. Russell Forder, age 16, death by electrocution. We just had his funeral. I couldn't hear anything. Not a single sound from the priest, or the tears, or anything, all except this deep, scratchy voice. Almost like someone teared up a chalkboard out of pure, unadulterated rage. And then after that, my world became dark as the coffin was laid right in front of me. The scratching became louder and louder and more distorted, almost like screaming. Nothing could save me or him from this. Even he opened his eyes to the sound. My God, those eyes. The distraught eyes. Those eyes. Arthur Sir, I don't even know how to say that last name. Age 36, death by also oofing themselves. Just my philosophy teacher. That was until I had this bizarre urge to break him. He wasn't a very private man. You could find everything about him on the internet. A lot on MySpace. MySpace? Out of all the things you chose MySpace? Sen tells me this mod dates back quite a bit ago. I ended up sneaking up to his apartment and laid out a rope for him, exposing many of the most personal things to him. It shattered him. I somehow had zero remorse. I should have looked back at it, but I just didn't. Nothing came out, it's just a bizarre sense of euphoria. This dude is crazy. David Warren, age 31, death none. Police came over to my place today. One of the detectives was wearing this bizarre mask of sorts. He also couldn't talk very well. Just a very muffled sound came out of his mouth. This is for Alice. That was her name. Her name hurts to remember, and I believe he understands it too. I could just tell, his body language, that mask, the way he talks. I could tell from a mile away how much he's seen. Yet I have not. Joe Sclera, age 17, death by wounds. Joseph, I warned you, didn't I? Now it's taking you like the others. Taken by my greed and desire for violence. I don't understand any of this anymore. Why? 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 What is the point of any of this? There's no reason for this to exist, especially after we both contacted him. The auctioneer all him. What a hard person we made our deal with. Irma Jules, age 16, death, it's blanked out. I know why you're here. Alright, let's move on to the melodies now. Let's start with the first one here. Ooh. Okay. Ooh, okay, that sounds pretty good. Hey. Okay, I like this. Moving on to the second melody. Whoa. This sound go crazy. Oh, this sounds epic. What the hell? It sounds like some sort of like synthwave like sound or something. Alright, let's move on to the third one. Oh, so no head? For no head, you sound pretty interesting. Okay. Not the sound I was expecting, but it's a pleasant sound. Alright, let's move on to the fourth melody. Ooh. This one looks interesting. That has an interesting sound. Alright. And moving on to the final melody. Oh, we got a piano one, okay. I like the sound of this one. This sounds really good, actually. Yeah, I like that one a lot. What was that? Did anyone else see that when I took the guy off? What the hell was that? You know what? We're just gonna ignore it. We're just gonna ignore it. We're just gonna put the melodies together. Alright, let's get this one in. I already know this is about to sound crazy. Oh my goodness! Alright, let's get this headless one in. Holy crap. Alright. You in? Goodness! This sounds crazy. I don't know how the fourth one fits in, but it kind of works. Now I get the piano one in. This oddly works really well together. What the heck? I wasn't expecting it to work so well, but it works. Jackson Shaw, age 18, death none. I could sense something inside of this man, something that was for sure out to destroy me. Hidden in his mouth, I could see it, just like this vessel I pilot, which people call a body. Recently, I read about the tales of the Postal Killer, a deranged psychopath who mutilated people in 1992. That's the guy who we had in the last mod. One of his victims was able to survive, had his jaw unlocked to release his spirit, or at least that's what the article says. I've taken him and strapped him to a homemade contraption that could break at any moment. Let's see what happens. Nathan, age 34. I knew this guy looked familiar. Isn't this dude freaking Easter? This bearded guy came up to me. Somehow he knows who I am. How does he know? He just told me to not be like the other one and left. I don't understand what he said, but I understand what he meant at the same time. Wait, hold on a second. Did Easter also not like the first Yubin Nikku? Because I didn't like the first one, and him saying not to be like the other one, I'm guessing it's him saying don't have this mod be like the other version of it, like the first one, because the first one I didn't really like that much. I'm assuming that by what it says here, he didn't like the first one either, but that's just an assumption. I'm not sure. This person has a long name. Good God. Okay, Aisha Kana Avra, age 37, death decapitation. I hope I said that name right. Is it bad that I happened to murder my teacher? Yes, but there are justifications. She was a horrible person. I understand that others may not like their teachers, but she was on another level. As well as that, I also wanted to test out my new powers in this physical world. To say it was riveting would be an understatement. It felt like I was being freed oddly. This person, this monster almost being torn out of this world, was one of the greatest feelings of euphoria I've ever felt. What the, Alice Harvey, age 16, death isn't shown, I've seen you before. What is this music playing? The music is still playing for some reason. I don't know why it's... Okay, whatever. Kenshin J, age 27, death none. He's just some guy who owns a nice little music shop. Nothing else, really. Alright, good to know. Oh, that's the sound. What the heck? The phone's ringing.
Margaret, I beg you, let me in. I need to be back. Now, please. Now. I'll do anything for this. Just give me a chance. Please.
Who is talking? What is going on? What? The fuck was that? We're just gonna continue, I guess, with the vocal. Let's just start with the first one.
I've got no soul to sell, where am I? I've nothing but a shell, did I die? Burning in this wretched hell, who am I? But a soul without a bell to chime.
Interesting lyrics. He sounded so pretty nice. Let's go on to the second one now. Ooh. Interesting, okay. For having a melted face, you sounded pretty good, sir. Let's move on over to the third one now. Oh. I don't think I like this one. This one's just ambience. Creepy ambience at that. Okay, you're going away. Alright, moving on to the fourth one now. This one looks all glitchy and stuff. Oh my god! Ah, okay! Sir! Stop! Stop screaming! Stop screaming! Okay, you're done. You're done. Good grief. Okay, I don't like that one. I don't like that one at all. Please let this last one sound good. Please let this last one sound good. Oh, it sounds great, actually. This one sounds actually pretty good. I like this one. I like the sound of this one. This one sounds nice. I suppose now we'll put all the vocals together. I still don't get what that whole phone call thing was about, but maybe that'll come up later or something? I don't know.
I've got no soul to sell, where am I? I've nothing but a shell, did I die? Burning in this
I already know this is gonna sound freaking weird as heck whenever we add the third and fourth one. It's gonna sound so stuffed.
Bell to chime. I've got no soul to sell, where am I? I've nothing but a shell,
so far it sounds interesting, I guess.
Burning in this wretched hell, who am I? not a soul without a bell to chime. I've got no soul to sell, where am I? I've nothing but a shell, did I die?
The first two sound fine, the third one does not add to it that well though. I don't like this fourth one, but whatever.
I've got no soul to sell, where am I? I've nothing but a shell, did I die? Burning in this wretched hell.
Yeah, I don't like that one.
Not a soul without a bell to chime. I've got no soul to sell, where am I? I've nothing but a shell, did I die? Burning in this wretched
The fifth one sounds good with the other first two, but 3 and 4 do not work. Yeah, I like these. Jonathan, age 16, death none. So this is the new vessel. He seems to be quite emotional. It's fine. He would do perfectly from a manifestation. Oh, this is the vessel we're taking over. Okay. Perfectly well, perfectly well. All they must do is send him to the realm of Patmos. There he shall remain as I take his place seamlessly. Thomas Arkin, age 38, would be 50, death suffocation. Back in the forest again. This time I was able to contact a different spirit. This one was dirty and sung. He had a strange mask on, almost surgically imposed into his face with tiny holes for eyes. Fortunately, I couldn't talk to him though. What a shame. I wonder who it could be. Margaret, age unknown, death none. I am God, I am the daughter of God, and Father has gifted me a place in the physical realm. I shall take his gift gracefully. The stranger, age unknown, death none. Walking through the forest once more, I was able to find a statue of some sort. It looks familiar. It seems so familiar. So lifelike it is. Is it made of wax? Does it talk? It seems so familiar. His face is like a mirror. I cannot help but gaze at it. It seems so familiar. Julius Robitaille, I don't know how to say the last word. 62, a death burn. He was the head teacher. He died shortly after my movement in. Simply put, he burned half his face in the boiler room. That's all I remember from the incident. Well, I think we've gone through I think we've basically gone through everything by now. I don't know what that phone call thing was all about or if it was important, but as far as I see, we've basically have everything that we need to see. So I guess without further ado, we're just gonna go ahead and get right into this, I suppose. Let's get into some mixing. Well, I think I can confidently say without a doubt that this version of Yubin Nikku I enjoy a lot more than the first one. While I can't exactly say that this one creeped me out as much as the first one did, I am going to say that I enjoyed the sounds of it a lot more than the first one. It just felt like the music in this one was a lot better to work with and everything, and I liked the sounds on this one a lot more than the other one, especially because a lot of the sounds from the first one, it just kind of felt as if like they were just trying to just be like more creepy and stuff and not really trying to put together like actual music or anything. Like there were some sounds on the first one where they worked together and I was able to make like a somewhat of a mix with some of them, but like it just felt kind of limited because a lot of sounds just kind of came off like it was just supposed to be like creepy ambience or like screaming or something like that. Like these two right here, like I didn't really like these two that much. That's why I didn't use them, because they were just there for just creepy ambience and just screaming just for the sake of adding to like the fear factor of the mod, I guess. But I'm really glad that this one actually had a lot more sounds for me to work with that actually sounded really good, because like I love like listening to these kind of mods where they can be both creepy but also actually sounding good. That's why I didn't really like the first one all that much, because yeah, the creepy factor and stuff was there, but the sounds themselves were not that great, so I didn't really like that one that much. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think there is a third Yubin Nikku in this lineup, which I'm probably going to check out as well. But I will go ahead and say that Yubin Nikku 2, pretty good. I actually really like this one. And I'm hoping that the third one, if there is one, will sound just as good. But anyways, today I'm going to go ahead and end things off here. So if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button and comment down below what you'd like to see from me next. And also don't forget to check out my merch shop. It'll be in the description down below as well. And as always, be sure to hit the subscribe button so you never miss a video. And that'll be about it. Thank you guys for watching, and have a mellow day. Bye bye, everyone.